What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of B-Sides the Hits, the show where we dig into the forgotten gems and unexpected treasures that often get overshadowed by their chart-topping counterparts. So today we're diving into the legendary discography of Pink Floyd, and we're tackling a fascinating pair of songs from their magnum opus, The Wall. So we all know and love Comfortably Numb, a song that's practically synonymous with Pink Floyd, often topping greatest guitar solos lists and a staple of classic rock radio. But what about the song that sits just before it on the album, acting as a crucial setup for the emotional climax that is Comfortably Numb? Today we're talking about Heyu, a song that is not only the B-side to the legendary Comfortably Numb, but a crucial piece of The Wall's narrative. So let's talk history first. Both Heyu and Comfortably Numb are integral to Roger Waters' semi-autobiographical concept album, The Wall, released in 1979. The album tells the story of Pink, a rock star who builds a metaphorical wall around himself to cope with the trauma, isolation, and the pressures of fame. Heyu marks a crucial point in Pink's journey. By this point, Pink has fully retreated behind his wall. He's isolated himself completely, and Heyu is his desperate internal plea for connection, for someone to break through the metaphorical bricks he's meticulously laid. Lyrically, Heyu is incredibly direct and poignant. Waters sings from Pink's perspective, reaching out, "Hey you, out there in the cold, getting lonely, getting old, can you feel me?" It's a cry for help, a recognition of his own self-imposed imprisonment, and a faint flicker of hope that someone or anyone might hear him. Musically, it starts out with the iconic ethereal acoustic guitar intro, instantly recognizable. David Gilmour's melancholic slide guitar work is absolutely stunning. The song builds subtly, adding bass, drums, and then Richard Wright's haunting synth pads. It's a slow burn, drawing you into Pink's desperate state. So now let's turn our attention to its more famous counterpart, Comfortably Numb. Comfortably Numb picks up where Heyu leaves off, but with a different focus. It depicts Pink being forcibly reconnected with the outside world, drugged by a doctor backstage before his performance so he can be comfortably numb enough to perform. It's a conversation between the doctor and Pink, with Waters singing the doctor's lines and Gilmour taking on Pink's distant dreamlike responses. The genesis of Comfortably Numb is also rooted in Roger Waters' own experience of being injected with tranquilizers before a show in Philadelphia in 1977, when he was ill. That feeling of disassociation and strange, almost pleasant detachment inspired the song. Musically, it's a slow, powerful ballad known for, of course, those two legendary guitar solos by David Gilmour. The first is melodic and soaring, while the second, the outro solo, is an absolute masterclass in emotion and sustained brilliance. So how do these two tracks linked on the album compare and contrast? At their core, both songs are steeped in themes of isolation, detachment, and the desire, or perhaps struggle, for connection. Heyu is Pink's raw, desperate plea from deep inside the wall he's built around himself. It's his internal cry for help. Comfortably Numb, on the other hand, presents a different kind of connection, a forced artificial one from the outside. Musically, you'll notice a slow, deliberate build-up in both tracks. Neither song explodes right out of the gate. Instead, they draw you in gradually, allowing the emotional weight to accumulate. And of course, David Gilmour's guitar work is absolutely central to the emotional impact of both. While his playing on Heyu is subtle, atmospheric, and beautifully melancholic, on Comfortably Numb it's soaring, cathartic, and utterly iconic. They really act as consecutive chapters in Pink's story, with Heyu showing us his internal realization, and Comfortably Numb depicting the external intervention. But that's where the similarities start to diverge. Heyu is almost entirely from Pink's internal monologue, his own desperate thoughts echoing within his self-imposed prison. Comfortably Numb shifts to a dialogue, albeit a fractured one, between Pink and the doctor. This difference in perspective also influences the overall mood. While both are dark, Heyu carries a sliver of hope, a fragile, desperate attempt to reach out. Comfortably Numb, however, by its very title, suggests a state of resigned detachment, an almost peaceful acceptance of being disconnected. The instrumentation also sets them apart. Heyu begins and leans heavily on its acoustic foundation, giving it a more intimate, fragile feel. Comfortably Numb, while having a softer beginning, is ultimately defined by its electric guitar solos and a larger overall sound. And finally, consider the vocal delivery. Roger Waters' vocals on Heyu are raw, vulnerable, and almost whispered in parts, perfectly conveying Pink's weakness. In contrast, David Gilmour's vocals on Comfortably Numb are distant and ethereal, while Waters' lines as the doctor are more grounded yet unsettling. Heyu serves as the agonizing calm before the storm, the quiet desperation before the forced re-entry. Without Heyu, the emotional punch of Comfortably Numb wouldn't land with quite the same force. Heyu makes us understand the depth of Pink's isolation, which then makes the intervention of Comfortably Numb all the more impactful, even if it's not a true solution for Pink. Ultimately, Heyu is a testament to Pink Floyd's brilliance in crafting an album where every track, no matter how famous or obscure, serves a vital purpose in the overarching narrative. It's not just the lead-in to Comfortably Numb, it's the quiet scream of a soul trapped behind his own walls. So next time you put on The Wall or you hear Comfortably Numb on the radio, I urge you to go back a few tracks and listen to Heyu with fresh ears. Appreciate its delicate beauty, its raw honesty, and its crucial role in the story of Pink Floyd's most ambitious album. Well, that'll do it for today's episode of B-Sides the Hits. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this track. I absolutely love this song. When I first heard it, it absolutely just completely took me by storm by the acoustic sound of it and the haunting, beautiful melody. I just could not get enough of it. It might even be my favorite Pink Floyd track, to be quite honest with you so far. I just can't get enough of it, so... Anyways, guys, you know the drill. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button along with the notification bell to stay updated on when new content like this drops. And if you want to help out the channel a bit more, I have a Buy Me a Coffee. You can head on over there and donate to the channel a bit if you'd like. I'd very much appreciate it. The link for that will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya!